All right, everybody. It's Cortez the Konqueror, and I want to welcome all of you to the official Dgc Cup 2026 recap. And I can't think of a better way to start off the show than to bring in a buddy of mine.
Hey,
what's going on, dude? How are you?
It's official. It's capped, baby. 2026 Cup is over. In the books. 10th one.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I think not a lot of people know, but you're actually pretty much like the main organizer behind the Cup. So I just want to say thank you for all these years. I've been coming out since 23. I've come out every year since the first year that I came, but I've always seen you've just got really tight organizational skills, holding everything down. So I just want to start off by giving you a thank you.
It takes a team for sure. I mean, the team at Vermilion Hill, our second year doing it there, has really helped out, getting this done and making it so I can walk around and enjoy the event. The earlier years, definitely running around like a crazy man. But yeah, this year was awesome. So I appreciate it.
I got to say, it's just gotten better every year since I've been coming out. And dare I say, 2026 has been the best year so far.
I like it. I'll take it. We had a little bit of heat to deal with, but everybody stayed cool.
Yeah, a little warm, but as long as everybody's staying hydrated with a little bit of H2O, usually makes a big difference.
They're staying high and hydrated. That's the other thing. I mean, we're a mile high where we're at. We're holding the vent. So some people that are coming from down low, they need to take a minute to acclimate.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I mean, I think it kind of affected me like the first couple years coming out, but I think over the time I've been coming out there, I've kind of got in like a little acclimated, I guess you would say. So I know there's been like a lot of people, some people haven't made it out yet. One of the common themes that I'm going to have coming from the interviews that I got coming up for you guys, if you had to pick out one thing and kind of give a travel tip for somebody that's coming out next year, just to give them the best experience, what would it be?
Man, one thing as a travel, I mean, just come excited. You're already going to be excited. This is just a great community of growers. It's good to see a lot of people live in places where they just don't have friends that grow, where they can really look at strains and see what other growers are doing to compare themselves, to see what other growers like, what types of strains are growing, what's hot, what's not, what's looking good, because we had, I think, 67 strains in there. So to be able to walk along and see all that and try as much as you want to, just be ready for that. It's a great time. And you never usually run. I love to do grow talk, right? I love to talk grow with people, hence doing the Dude Grow show. So you're also never usually be ready to talk grow. There's a tip, because you're surrounded by growers. It's a very unusual time when everybody around you is almost a grower. So that's what I dig on.
Good place, good community. Can come talk some grow, and you won't get yelled at by the girlfriend or the wife because you don't want to hear about it no more.
Exactly. No, you get caught up in conversations that go on and on and on and on. We have over 500 people there. So yeah, it can be overwhelming in a good way.
Yeah, Saturday was huge. And we actually have a pretty good group that is about to come up in the show. We've got Macho Grams B. Savage. We've got Sly, aka Loco, Chonky Nugs,
nice.
Holy Toledo, El Canasaur, just to name a few. But I just kind of want to get everybody excited for the show.
I'm hearing some names in there that build the community, over on realdgc.com. There's some, some producers there and some people that really, I mean, the DGC is also what makes this happen. Sure, I organize it without everybody partaking, growing the dank, coming out. I mean, that's what makes this.
It takes a tribe, Brett. It takes a tribe, brother.
I love it.
But I don't want to get hung up on the introduction for too long. So let's go ahead and roll into the show. But before the show starts, let's get into a little bit of the advertisement here that just kind of keeps the lights on.
2046. The machines rose. Chicago fell. What was once a city of millions now belongs to the AI overlords and their tireless eyes. The last free humans were driven beneath the streets, into the forgotten tunnels of the old L system. Down here in the dark, They built their own world. Self-watering real bucket hydro systems, precision grow dots, recharge nutrients, their food, their freedom, their defiance. Every harvest is a victory, every plant a middle finger to the machines above. They may control the surface, but they will never control what grows below. The resistance doesn't need weapons. It needs roots, recharge, grow dots, real bucket hydro systems. The technology that kept humanity alive in 2046 is available to you today. Go to realgrowers.com/Cortez now. Grow your future before the lights go out.
Go to the link in the description to save big and score free shipping on all Real Growers products, or use coupon code Cortez at checkout. Every time you save, you're also helping the channel bring you content like this.
It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you.
All right, everybody. Got one of my buddies here that I figured that I would bring in. For the people out there who don't know you, do you want to go ahead, give yourself a shout out and let the people know where to find you?
Congratulations to
Almost definitely.
I'm Saul Bunyan. I'm a home grower for Minnesota. I've been growing for about 3 years. And if you want to find me, you can usually catch me on Instagram or Discord. My Instagram handle is SaulBunyan710.
Very nice. And for the people out there that don't know, you were the winner of the Dgc Cup this year. You got that #1 spot.
Yeah, man. I'm still kind of shocked by that, but, you know, it was my first time entering any competition. So to secure that first spot is kind of crazy.
Hell yeah. And you had like half of Minnesota that showed up for you.
Yeah, there were a lot of people from Minnesota there. You know, some people that I
Minnesota
knew
was strong than a motherfucker in there this year, man.
Yeah, they really were. And, you know, I met some new people from Minnesota, so now I have more connections back home.
Oh, hell yeah. And then this year, it was a really tight competition. Like the top 4 positions in the cup were decided by only 1 vote.
Yeah, I recently saw that over on the DGC. Like that's
On the results
crazy.
page?
Yep.
It is. So I got to ask, man, with the competition being so tight, like what's kind of like your growth style? What would you say gave you the advantage or like that little bit of an edge to put you over the top?
So I don't know if it gave me an advantage, but I'm running Build-A-Soil.
Oh, running organics.
Yep, running organics. I'm running in smaller pots. Like I feel like Jeremy recommends probably 10-gallon and ups. I'm running like 2 and 3 gallon plastic pots.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, it's just I found that worked better for me. You know, I started with 5 gallons and just kind of whittled down a little bit.
All right. Well, if it works for you, I'm sure you got plenty of jars full over there.
Yeah, a little bit. I need to harvest here coming up.
Got it coming in hot, huh?
Yep.
All right. So if there's anybody else out there, maybe they have another cannabis cup they're competing in this year. Maybe they're thinking about entering for DGC Cup 2027. What is the #1 grow tip that you would give out there for some award-winning cannabis?
Genetics. I think it all boils down to good genetics. Growing weeds pretty easy, especially with the build a soil way. You just gotta basically follow a strict every week program with however you're growing, and you'll grow some fire.
Hell yeah. And what were the genetics? You want to give a shout out for the strain you won with this year?
Yeah, it was G-Ride by Soulfire.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, Soulfire or no fire.
Soul fire, no fire, baby. All right. Well, I'm not going to hold you up too long here. I know you're a busy guy, Sal. But did you have any shout outs that you want to give?
Yeah, I want to shout out the Seed to Harvest podcast. They're live on YouTube's every Saturday at 5:30 Central.
You guys aren't subbed yet. Make sure to give Canorado Chris and El Canasaur a follow over there at the Seed to Harvest podcast and tell them Cortez and Sal sent you.
Yeah, and then just shout out to all the homies I know and have met along the way, you included, and then just everybody that supported me.
Hell yeah, man. Much respect. But all right, I think we're going to cut this one short, but through the power of editing magic, we are going to jump over and check in with Chonky Nugs. I've got another friend of mine here who was at the Cup, and I'm going to go ahead and let him introduce himself to you for you guys who don't know who he is.
Hey, good afternoon, everybody. I'm Chonky Nugs. You can find me on Instagram as Chonky Nugs. I do have a YouTube channel, but I don't post to it. I may start this year with my outdoor garden, but you can see me in the community. I test for Chad West.
He's lurking in the chat sections.
I'm always in the chats. I make sure people behave themselves. I mod the chat for Grambo, and I mod for Chad Westport. Awesome.
Big shout out. Everybody go ahead and give Chonky Nugs a follow.
Yes,
but let's go ahead and get into the questions for today. First question that I have for you. What did you think your first time coming out to the Cup? Was it everything you expected?
It was more than I expected. I set the bar high. I've seen the videos. The bar was high, and it was even higher. I can't get over. I'm still reeling in the nostalgia of last weekend. It was just such an amazing event.
It's like adult summer camp, isn't it?
It is. You know what? It's almost more like a family reunion, I'd say. It's not. I went to socialize, and getting to meet all of the people like yourself and Holy Toledo and Grambo and all the others. Default behavior. I don't want to shout out anybody else because I don't want to miss anybody. But
that's why we just say shout out to the community.
Shout out to the community. It was just an amazing 4 or 5 days of hanging out with friends that I've made on the internet and got to spend time with them in person. So that was the best part. Just I absolutely had an amazing time.
Oh yeah, man. Did you enter anything this year?
I did. I am a fan of Ridgeline Farms and Huckleberry Hill Farms, and I decided to enter the Lance and by Ridgeline Farms.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a newer strain. It's got some of the newer terps. I'm a little like limey, gassy, funky. It was. I really enjoyed it.
Hell yeah. Yeah, over there at Scotty's, you had shared some of that hash that you had with us, and that stuff was definitely pretty good, man. 2 thumbs up for that stuff.
Yeah, thanks. I entered the No Joke from Chad Westport. I grew 6 plants last year in my outdoor, and I brought enough to enter and enough to share, along with some Miss Cool Ice. And I also brought Animal Face.
That one was actually my favorite out of what you had. But I like Newport cigarettes, so I kind of like that little menthol. You know what I'm saying, dog?
Yeah, I absolutely love the No Joke, and it did amazing. Even the hash heads at the reserve on Saturday night were loving the No Joke, but the Miss Kool-Aid was the hit. Everybody, I thought the No Joke was going to be, but don't get me wrong, it did very well. Everybody loved it.
Yeah, no disrespect to Chaz. That No Joke is no joke, but that Miss Cool Ice, that one hit a little different.
Yeah, the Miss Kool-Aid made Scotty take a knee. I'm not sure if you were there to see the knee taking at the bakery, but he was doing a
I
dab with Holy
missed that one,
Toledo.
but that's definitely an accomplishment, brother.
Yeah, yeah, I'll have to send you the video. I did get it on video. So it was
But
all
you
the
you definitely had some fire this year.
yeah.
What would you say? Like, do you have any tips for growers out there? Maybe they got a cannabis cup coming up. Maybe they're thinking about entering into the DGC Cup next year. What would you say is your number one tip for growing competition cannabis?
I would say timing. The reason I say that is just because I had moved and wanted to go to the cup. I literally had clones root. They were planted the next day, and I turned them to flower the day after that. As just my timing was so off. I ended up buying a Canatrol to make sure I could dry and cure in time to get to the cup because my timing was off because of a move. So definitely make sure you're
We've
looking
all
at the
been there.
calendar.
We've all
Yeah,
been there, brother.
yeah, look at the calendars, make sure you know what dates you are going to go to a cup, and then work your way backwards on how long you're going to need to veg, flour, dry, cure. So
I
just make sure
think
look at your
I
calendars.
got the clones that I entered with. This is like weaponized autism right now. I think it was like December 9th. I could be wrong. It was like middle of December, but I for some reason I want to say I grabbed my clones from my buddy December 9th.
Nice. Yep. I'm already looking at the calendars and starting to plan out my runs. I already have my strain, I think, for next year
See,
DGC
that was kind of the
2026.
thing though, man. Like, I honestly didn't think that I was going to be able to go to the cup this year just because I was like dealing with a couple things. Stuff was like a little bit tight. So, my flower, I didn't even think I was going, let alone competing. And the timing came out just right. I think I had a 13-day dry and I had somewhere give or take like 35 days of cure before going out there.
Wow. Yeah, no, I had about
I couldn't have
30.
timed it better myself, and if I would have tried, I would have probably fucked it up somehow because I would have probably overthought it.
Yep, that definitely happens. I think I had 3 weeks to dry and cure, so that Canadrol came in pretty handy.
Hell yeah. Sometimes you just got to get her done.
Yep, and I mean, and don't get me wrong. I mean, I can always use a Canatrol. It was just one of those where the stars aligned, where I could
Mhm.
pick up an OG Canatrol. I needed one to get the dry and cure, so it just stars aligned. I picked it up, and I'm happy. So
It's definitely a
props
cool
to
tool to have in your
yeah,
toolbox.
yeah, definitely props to Canatrol. I was skeptical until Scotty and Dude and Grambo and Banner all like really talked it up. I was so skeptical of it, but then I figured I needed something to dry and cure, so I bit the bullet and got the machine.
There you go. That's what
Yep.
got you across the finish line.
Yes, sir.
So I got to ask you this, our last question here. What advice would you give somebody coming next year to the cup for 2027 that's never been to the cup before? What advice would you give for the newbie out there?
Remember how far up you are in altitude, and a water bottle. It's a little bit different being that far up and taking in 100 or so dabs over a weekend. Definitely bring that
They
water bottle.
call it the Rocky Mountain High for a reason.
Yes, sir. And I could feel the pressure once in a while in my ears. Luckily, I don't think I got altitude sickness, but I think I really did get dehydrated. I purchased they're called liquid IV that you put in your water. It's just extra
Oh yeah, some
electrolytes to make.
electrolytes.
Yeah, just to. I bought a big box and I was handing them out. So I'm
It's kind of
definitely.
crazy. If you head out there with some type of jars, maybe you have pistachios, maybe you got your special coffee roast blend in these jars. But let's say you were to take said jars and travel to Colorado with them. Don't be surprised when you twist the lid off of the mason jar and it's pressurized and shoots off. Did you experience that?
I did not. My jars were vacuum sealed, so I have a vacuum
Oh, you
sealer.
had pressure on them already. Maybe that's
Yeah,
the trick.
yeah. So I may or may not have had two mason jars and uh, four other jars with other goopy peanut butter type stuff in them that all made it to Colorado. So everything came by and went great
Yeah, it
with
was
that.
like some sourdough bread cultures, right, Chunky?
Yes, yes, sir.
Mhm.
Yeah. TSA
Hey,
didn't.
speaking of, did you see what happened with 420 things at the airport? They busted them with that fucking spice that Al gave them.
Yeah, so Alcanosaur gave 420 things some spice, and they didn't mess with
And
him with
like just
anything
what like
else.
pizza spice. I'm
Yep.
not talking about the shit that people put on letters that are going to prison and smoke it. Not K2, just like spice from your garden,
And like real deal, like dried spices. And yeah, Mikey
like
didn't make it through.
oregano, herbs.
Yep. Yes,
Oh,
and
that's
I
so
was
nice.
I was pretty happy with the TSA. We or just getting a little easier on the rules for flying. I bought two smell-proof bags, put one on the plane with me, put one underneath, and they both made it.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Definitely a little bit of strategery. And
Yep.
the other thing too, don't get carried away. If you got a
No,
little bit, they probably really don't care. They don't give a fuck. But if
no.
you got like 4 pounds and they say, "Hey, you come here," don't be surprised. Sometimes you just can't push your luck. Everything
I,
in moderation.
Yeah, I separated it just in case. So what I did is I separated my entry into the plane with me, and in case that one got taken, I had another jar with like enough for another entry. It was a different strain, but then I had another jar of no joke, and
You
in the
hedged your
carry on.
bets.
Yep. So I stacked myself. So if one of the bags got taken or confiscated or whatnot, I had another one with me just in case. I had backups.
Hell yeah. But all right, before we get to the next guest here, do you want to give it any shout outs, Chunky?
I do. Just want to shout out to Scotty and his wife, Mrs. Real. They were the best guests. Dude and the whole DGC, thank you so much. Shout out to everybody who put on that event. I want to shout out to I do a charity event. We just did it on Friday night. It was a DGC recap with Rasta Jeff. It's Seeds for
Big
Charity.
Jeffrey.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I didn't realize how tall. I mean, I know he was tall, but he's a tall boy.
Oh,
So
he's a big old white boy with dreadlocks.
he is. He towered over me. I'm not a small guy, and he made me feel little. Yeah. So we had a
Yeah,
DGC.
that's my boy. Rasta Jeff's legit motherfucker.
Yeah, we had a Seeds for Charity DGC recap. We raised some money for a fellow Gromie who just lost his mom. He needed help with funeral costs and making sure that her will and everything was her last wishes were taken care of. So we were
It's
able
really
to
cool,
help a
man.
fellow roomie. So yeah, every the first Friday night of every month we do a Seeds for Charity. Next month is going to be on the second Friday night at 7:10. So in order to celebrate our hash, we on 7:10 we bumped it a week. So we're going to have world champion
Oh shit.
Chubbs and
I see
world
what you did there,
champion
Chonky. I see what
yeah.
you did there.
Yeah, Real Championship Chubbs, Real Championship Hashmaker Chubbs and Mikey 420 things. I'm not sure, not too many people know. He's won hash championships in Europe, so I'm gonna have some
Yeah,
hash
he has. And
champions.
I've tried some of
Yeah,
that too.
yeah,
It's
hash
he's
champions
got
are
some
gonna
really
be up.
good what is it? The old school one, that like brick hash?
He does
What's the name
that.
of
I
it? Like
haven't
a
had that.
Moroccan kind of style.
Yeah, I
I
had
tried some
some.
of it for a moment. It was amazing.
Yeah, I had what he bred a strain that's good for pain and medicate, like very good for medication and medicating. He gave to me a little bit of that at the cup, and I flew through that. So it's that good. He's an amazing breeder, amazing hash maker, and just all around an amazing person. So shout out to Mike too.
Nice. And then here, so that Seeds for Charity thing, it is here on YouTube. Do you want to give a shout out to the name of the channel where they can find it if they want to check it out for the seed auctions for charity?
Yeah, the easiest way to find it is to type in Seeds for Charity, the number 4, all one word. It's under Jesus Plants Jim's YouTube account, and if you type in Jim, you're never going to find it. So type in Seeds for Charity, all one word, the number 4, and that'll bring you right to you'll be able to find us there. And again, we're going to be on next month, 7/10, with Chubbs and Mike 420 things.
Hell yeah. Big shout out. Thanks for coming on, Chunky.
Thank you so much for having me. It was a pleasure meeting you in person, and I can't wait to do this again.
Most definitely. And I'm coming to you with another one of my friends that I actually got to meet in person for, I believe it was your first time coming out to the Cup this year.
Yep. Yeah. No, first timer. Yeah.
Yeah, I was really glad I got to meet you in person, man. Try some of that award-winning hash that you got there.
Not award-winning yet, man. I hope it's going to be award-winning. But the freaking thing I was going to enter it into in August in here in Montreal just got shut down or canceled, or they're not doing the cup portion of the event. So I'm like,
that's kind of a bummer.
Yeah. Because it was fresh. It was ready to go. Like it was new stuff. So I'm like, some of the other contests I've heard, and they're like, they want it for like, I don't know, like 3 months. And I'm like, 3 months? Like what?
I don't know how you guys are going to store my stuff.
Yeah. 3 months ahead of time. It blew me away. I was like, I don't even know what my stuff looks like after 3 months. You know what I mean?
Right. It's probably usually gone by then.
Yeah, exactly.
So I know you've been to some other cups in the past and everything, and then this was kind of like your first time coming out to the DGC. What did you think of it? Did it meet your expectations?
Listen, I had no expectations going into it. I just was like, I know a bunch of the people that are going to be there. I've talked to a bunch of people that are going to be there. And listen, this event or any event, it doesn't matter really how the event turns out. You're hanging out with cool people. That's all that freaking matters, really. But coming into it, man, there was a lot of people there on Saturday. Holy jeez, man. There was
we're talking about like 500 plus in the crowd that day.
That's crazy, man. And when there was a lot of jars there, man, that was kind of cool. Lot to take in. There's no doubt about it. Like that tent, I don't even know what that tent was. Was it, I don't know, 60, 80 feet or whatever? And there was a table.
Oh, it's a fucking circus tent. It's like circus in there.
Yeah. Yeah, it was cool looking too. But yeah, man, it was like, I'm like, there's that many. I'm like, man, you gotta like take the smell test. You gotta make some trips. You know what I mean? So,
you gotta pace yourself too. Like definitely on the day of the Cup, like it is a marathon. It is not a race.
And it was like what 90 fucking whatever it was. I don't even know.
Oh, it was the hottest day of the fucking week.
Yeah.
Why would it be? At least it didn't rain. It actually didn't rain until the day I came home, and it literally started raining as I came through the TSA line, and I just see it coming down out of the windows. So not only was I 2 or 3 hours early to the airport and through security, I got a 4-hour delay, dude.
Oh, freaking airplane.
Yeah, that was fucking fun. I hear you ran into a little bit of trouble at the airport yourself there, brother.
So stupid. And I listen,
touched. Did they give you the back of the hands, the little
Oh yeah. It was, I'm gonna touch you with the
Did
back
you get
of the
the jazz fingers?
Yeah, I was like, man, I said, seriously, I said, listen, they're like, we gotta check your bag. There's something at the bottom. Is there anything here that's going to cut me? I go, not unless the glass broke, but that's why I put it in there. I said, the glass jars, what you're looking
Is
for.
there anything that's going to poke or stick me, sir?
Yeah. She hits my sandal. I go, there's a pair of sandals right above it. And she goes, oh, yeah. She moves the sandal. She grabs the jar out and she looks at it. She goes, what's this? I go, it's spice. It's got some oregano. It's got some salt. It's a family recipe, man. I said he won't give it to me. So he gave me some, and I didn't want to crash it in my bag underneath the plane. So I'm like, let's put it in here.
This jar gets preferential treatment.
Yeah. But once they swabbed it, they were like, what's this? they're like, okay, well, that one failed, but that one's not very sensitive. We're going to check the second one. As long as it doesn't fail that one, you'll be all right. Okay, wait. We need a supervisor on
walking dogs. They're just walking dogs around 420 things, trying to see if they'll hit on your bags or something.
No. So then the supervisor came over, and that's when the back of the hand started, and they like, we're gonna have to throw this out. And I go, throw it out? I said, can I, like, my bag? I just dropped it off. Can I go throw it in there? And they're like, no, you can't. I'm like, ugh. I said, but if I left it there, it would have been okay. And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, well, mason jar, I didn't think I should put in my thing. So anyways, but apparently it could be hairspray that sets off the bomb alert thing, hairspray, hair dye, hair gel. She named off a bunch of stuff, and I go, well, I guess it's better safe than sorry, but you think you would have a more accurate fucking thing to check that at the TSA, you know?
Was it around any form of like fertilizer? Somebody have a little bit of GH3 part on their hands while they were mixing up the fucking oregano?
Who knows what that was L that gave me that, and that's the second time that would have been the second time he gave me a jar. Last time I drove home with it and it was no problem, but again, we're running low, and I'm like, oh, he's like, I'll bring some. Anyways,
maybe he was trying to dose you. He was putting a little bit of K2 into his special sauce there.
Yeah, who knows? Listen, maybe it would have
some bath salts
on the way down. Doubt it. It's good spice, man. It makes chicken and beef, and if you put it on anything, that's why my wife likes it so much. It's like be all end all.
Hell yeah!
She won't tell me the recipe, so
it's pretty solid. So man, there was definitely some stiff competition at the Cup this year. Did you see like a lot? Like the first 4 positions were decided by like 1 token?
No, where did you see this? I didn't know there was a count. Well, there's a count?
It is on the DG. If you Google DGC Cup results, it'll come up. And DGC, for some reason on Google, it'll be listed as 2025. But if you pull it up, and we will have this pulled up for everybody watching in post-production.
Here, there, fucking.
But.
Whatever. Okay.
To the window, to the wall. Skeet, motherfucker.
Listen, do we have time to post-production me looking it up? Because I'd like to see it. I didn't know it was out there.
Yeah, you see, so the top 4, it's 38, 37, 36, 35. Then we got 5th and 5th tied for 31.
Yeah, that's crazy. That is. And listen, 31, 38 out of like, there's a lot of bags there and a lot of different, like, there was some where I smelled and I was like, that smells good, but that's not my thing. And like, I didn't.
Right. That's not really my jam right there.
Yeah.
If I think anything's going to have like that orange tangy terp on it, it's a hard pass for me, dog.
Citrusy is kind of like, you're right, like maybe whatever. But again, everyone is
personal preference.
Oh, that's my tangy, man. I like this. You know what I mean? So
like, I mean, I really like me some like morbid stuff from time to time. So like, I'm actually a big fan of the baby shit chem, but not everybody shares in my taste there.
Yeah,
it's an acquired taste. A little bit of sensibilities.
But yeah, so that's crazy that it was that close. But I mean, yeah, man, there was a lot of jars there, man. And
it was 58 total.
Okay. Yeah, that's his said 83, number 1. But again, either way, I guess maybe people didn't show up or whatever. But even still, 50 some people or 50 some different jars to get 36 votes or 37 votes. Like nobody's giving one bag all 3 votes, right? Like nobody's doing that. So somebody's
and then this year it was a little bit different too. Because like in the years I've been going since 23. I've gone every year since. In all the other years that I've gone, they gave out 5 tokens. This year they only gave out 3. So I think that made the competition even that much like a little bit tighter.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Well, again, like, but see, that's what I mean. Like, no, like I said, I don't know who would put 3 into one bag, Unless they're like, this is like, they've done everything and they came back to it and they were like, oh my God, this is like, does everything for me, I guess, maybe. But I mean, that's 37 different people that said, I'm assuming, that said, hey, you know what I mean? Like, this is my jam, you know? So,
I mean, I came in a humble 15th myself. I'm not mad about it. I came in
Out of 50?
15th with 23 votes. I'd say that's pretty solid. 15th out of 58.
Yeah. Well, and listen, look at 23 to what was it, 36 or one? No, 37? 37, 38.
The winner, Saul Bunyan, got in by the skin of his teeth with 38.
So 38 to 23, man. Like, that's a big,
Yeah.
not that big of a gap. And you go,
It's not that big of a spread.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, man, it's tough comp, man. There's no.
It was tight.
If you get a win
I
there,
see a lot of good flour out there too, man.
yeah, no, they all look decent. There's a couple that were like, who put this in the jar? And I moved on. Like, you know what I mean?
I mean, like, to be honest with you, like, I was going around and I was like trying to find my jar, so I'm like smoking different wheat because mine had that like purple on it, you know what I mean? But I still don't know what my number was, but I had it narrowed down between like 2 or 3, and I'm like, I'm one of these, but I can't quite put my finger on it.
Yeah.
I'm sure the microdose, the dabs, and all the other weed I smoked that day didn't fucking help.
Yeah, there was a lot of medicine at that tent yard or whatever you want to call it, man. It was hot. Everyone was drinking water. It was like, and all those people in the tent made it even freaking hotter, man. It was like,
oh, I know,
busy.
All that cattle breathing. Hey, what do you think Bill Gates means when he says that he wants to reduce the carbon footprint?
Yeah, I don't know.
I kind of think he's talking about mouth breathers like you and me, my friend.
Yeah. But yeah, we all do our part, I guess, eh?
Yeah. So I know you didn't compete this year, but I would say, dude, I've smoked your weed and I've definitely put it with the top shelf of the top shelf. I've been asking people in the video here, if you had to give out one tip and just pick out like one thing in particular, if somebody's going to like enter a cannabis cup, what is the one bit of advice that you would give for just kind of like reaching that next level of having competition nug?
Well, that's where it's tough, man. Like competition nug, competition hash, competition rosin. Like, it's all the passion of the grower that goes into it, or the hard work, or whatever you want to call it. I mean, I don't even know what it is, but for me, like, to get something that I'm like proud to be like share and be like, this is what I want to fucking be judged on, I got to do multiple things before I get there, in my opinion. So I mean, that's like, don't think, I mean, enter it if you want to, but I mean, your first time, maybe grow it a second time, maybe grow something else, maybe that next best
take some cuts, run it a couple times, kind of get it dialed in so you know what you're working with, you know where to start, you know where to end, you know when to give a little bit extra PK boost.
That's it. You can always make the same plant a little better the next time you run it in a clone, and maybe it is better in a clone, or maybe it is worse in a clone. Who knows until you do it, right? So I mean, that's, for me, it's repetition, or hunting, or going through a bunch of different seeds and seeing, you know, what's out there, and find it.
What's that keeper? Special. And then it's kind of not like the new shiny toy, you know what I mean? After you run it a couple times, now it's like, is this really a keeper? How does this stack up against this one? No, you know what? This is the one that I'm going to run again. This is the one that's worth hanging on to as a mom.
I have a keeper tent right here of cuts, and I've got 10 cuts in a 2x2. I got the light real low. I got everything. Like, I've like,
all the little tricks.
Little 10, baby. I started with 1. Now I have 10, and it's like, do I cut one out of the stable? I would, you know, like again, that's where I think is.
You over there gorilla pimping, keeping your pimp hand strong in the grow tent.
Yeah. You got to, man. You got to.
You got to keep your pimp hand strong.
Or if you got a lot of space, then you could just be like, come on in, everybody.
So I got to ask this, and this is going to be the last question before we wrap up here, I kind of wondered just for like somebody that would be going to the Cup next year for the first time, could you give like a travel tip? Like, what's something you didn't expect that you encountered in Colorado, or what would be like a good item that somebody wouldn't necessarily think to bring with them?
One item is definitely a rental car. Everything's 20 minutes away, but I mean, everyone probably already knows that when you do your research. But a nice, comfortable pair of shoes. You're out like it's not like a farm, but I mean, it is like there's, you know what I mean? Like it's on a grass, it's in a tent. Bring maybe a chair, maybe
It's at a family farm.
Yeah, exactly. So bring stuff to be comfortable, and if it's hot, bring some water, or there's water there too. But I mean, man, man, just bring a good time. Bring yourself, bring a good time,
bring a good attitude.
Yeah, there's going to be cool people there. I bumped into people that I don't even know who the heck they are. They didn't know who the heck I was, and we sat there and had conversations about the plant or part of the plant or extraction or whatever with just random people. So I mean, I mean, there's a lot of people, like-minded people at a place like that. So bring your attitude to fucking meet new people and talk new things and have a good time.
Hell yeah, man. Much respect. I really appreciate you coming on here. But before we get out of here, did you want to give any shout outs?
Shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to Saul Bunyan, man. Number one. Like, come on, that's my boy,
Saul Bunyan. Did you see that thing Pigeons did?
Yeah. Saul's a good dude. Saul and I have been hanging out since, man, what is it now? I don't even know. 2 or 3 MJ BizCons ago. Him and I shared a room last time in Vegas. I like Saul. I talk to him almost every day on Discord. We hang out and shoot the shit while he's working and while I'm doing something or mess with the plants. And that guy's he's obviously a award-winning grower. So shout out to him. You know what I mean? I think this is his first cup, but man, 53.
He said he's been going for 3 years. 3 years experience and just killed it.
Did he? Oh, okay. Yeah, he could have. Yeah, he could have submitted before. Yeah, whatever. Either way.
No, I think he's been growing for 3 years total.
Oh, yeah. Because he was at DGC last year, for sure.
I've definitely seen him in person before. Hanging out with like Macho.
Yeah.
I know,
Macho,
I've seen him hanging around.
Yeah, those are guys of the crew, man. That Macho was in Vegas with us. Frankie was in Vegas. All those guys that I hang out in Vegas with at MJ BizCon. It's almost the same. All Trip Blunt's his wife. They were in Vegas last year. So it's like this kind of like
all really cool people.
5, 6. Yeah, there was 6 or 7 of us. That this is not the first time we've hung out together away from home. And yeah, man. Like, so that's shout out to all those guys, man. They're and the girls too, and everybody and anybody who came up and said hi or didn't, or I said hi too. And yeah, good seeing you there too, man. First time.
Yeah, it was awesome to meet you in person after I've interviewed you before on the podcast. We bullshitted online. It was definitely cool to burn one with you, brother.
Yeah, man. All right. So that's it. That's the end of my shout outs.
Well, all right. And now, through the power of editing magic, we are going to find out who I got coming on next. I got another one of the homies here. I got Sly, aka Loco. You want to go ahead and give yourself a shout out, brother?
Yo, what up, everybody? You already know this is Sly, aka Loco here. I am Sly _ aka _Loco on Instagram. I have a show called Canon Combos on YouTube. I also am one of the creators of Internet of Pot, which is going to be coming up. Everybody, that's a social media website for everybody to come and check us out. It's all cannabis.
And through the power of editing magic, by the time this comes out, I'm going to have a clickable link at the top of the description for the Internet of Pot if anybody wants to join up. So we're going to get into the first question of today. So this was your first time coming out to the DGC Cup. I just wanted to ask what you thought about your first experience and what you thought of everything out there.
Well, as my first time, I feel like this was one of the best years to show up to it because it was like amazing. Everybody there. I was not ready to see all those jars there and just to be like, oh, we're going to smoke and taste every one of these jars. I was like,
all 58, baby.
All 58. I was like, yo, this is amazing. So I was down 100. So I tried I got right to it, buddy. Once I saw that, after saying hi to everybody and spreading a little bit of grow bags of weed, then I was like, all right, let me go test the weed.
You remember we were over by what was it? The Seed to Harvest podcast booth, and somebody went around to all the samples and took a little bit of each one, and they rolled that huge baseball bat joint.
Yeah, that was Homie Toledo.
It was like the
Yeah.
fucking Jeffrey, bro. It was like a little bit of every one.
It was amazing too. We blazed that fucking thing, that huge ass cone. I was like,
You could have
let me
knocked
so
somebody
happy
out with that thing.
yeah, definitely. Nah, yeah.
But I gotta ask, brother, what would you say? Like, what stood out for you? What was your favorite memory, or what was your favorite moment of the cup this year?
Well, when every time going to one of these cups and meeting up with the Gromies is always a special one. Seeing John Lindsay for the first time, he's one of the people who have been in the
I met John Lindsay 2 years ago, bro. Like, I thought he was
Really?
AI. I was like, this can't be a real person. I just posted something like 3 seconds ago, and he's already like posting comments and stuff. I'm like, man, this has got to be like a bot from like Russia or somewhere. But no, that's the homie though. He's John Lindsay is not AI. He is a real person.
He is the real homie, and he really does show up. And he's like, "Hey, what's up?" I was like, "Oh, bro, hell yeah!" Seeing 420 thing grows again. L, of course, and Canorado.
That's like Pinocchio. I am a real boy.
Yeah, and he is too. And I was like, "Wow, oh, amazing, great homies, Doug. It was so fun."
But man, the competition was really tight this year. Did you see how close a lot of those positions were as far as the voting?
I did see that, and that's one of those things where I took my vote very seriously. I was like, okay, I'm testing all this bud.
And typically in the years past, we usually get 5 tokens to vote. This year, they narrowed it down to 3. So that made the competition a little bit tighter, because since you had 3 rather than the 5, you kind of had to be like a little bit more particular or make like a little bit more of a commitment.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, and that's what I think too, is like I thought exactly that same thing. I was like, I only got 3 chips, so I'm gonna make them last. I'm gonna choose the ones that I'm like, yo, I need to take some of that home. Like, that's got to come with me. I want to grow some of that,
I'm leaving up out of here with something.
Some of that bud is coming with me in the grow bag.
You were hitting that Denzel Washington meme on him?
Yeah.
I'm leaving up out of here with something.
Something, motherfuckers.
I'm from around the way. I'm leaving up out of here with something.
Yeah. It was fire though, man. I really liked. It was amazing because there was one in the might have been Saul's, I can't remember which one, but it was in the beginning of the line, one in the middle of the line, and one at the end. And I was like, these 3 are the ones,
Those ones were talking to you, huh?
Those ones were talking to me, buddy. And I was like, oh man, I'm definitely entering next year. Next year, coming for you, Saul. I'm coming for you, baby boy.
Everybody like overthinks it. I didn't even think I was going to the cup this year. And the weed that I brought out there, like until maybe a week or 2 before it came down, I had no intention of running it in the cup. You see what I'm saying? Like, I had no intention of competing with it. It was just ironic that the harvest kind of like perfectly matched up with the cup. And then I was able to go out there and everything else,
Yeah. You got to taste some of my tags. Now, the tags that I took out there,
Oh, yeah.
I was like, now that I know, and that was pulled a couple weeks early because I wanted to get it there. I wanted to get it to you guys to be able to
Right.
my gromies to be able to taste this fire that I grow, And so
Sometimes you got to put it in their face.
Oh, bro, you have to give it to them so they could smoke it and be like, oh man, this is you. Yeah.
You did this?
Yes, I did that.
All my work, baby.
Next year, man. Oh, it's coming back, man. I'm telling you, I didn't even know that you could enter. I was so busy and just trying to get there to promote that I didn't even think about that. So
sometimes you just gotta throw it out there, man. Like, sometimes you can really get surprised if you just kind of like throw it out there. And that's kind of the best way for somebody to kind of like really see like where they're at is like a grower, you know what I mean? Just throw it out there and see what the people think.
Yeah, and that was pretty cool when I had somebody walk up to me and they were like, "Hey man, did you enter?" And I was like, "Nah, I didn't enter, and I didn't even know I could." And he's like, "Oh, bro, yours would fucking take this shit." I was like, oh, "Thank you, man." Just a random person came up and told me that, and I was like, "Oh man, it felt good. Felt good, man."
And you know what? That kind of is the ironic thing. Like I've been going to the Cup since 23, and I've gone every year since.
Really?
But a lot of time, oh yeah. So a lot of times, the best weed you will smoke at the Cup isn't even the shit that people enter. It's just like normal everyday people walking around with a jar of something that they grew, and they're like, "Hey, Cortez, check this out."
There you go,
Like,
buddy.
man, this is like 10 times better than anything I seen in the jars up there.
There now, I do want to say that there was some of those jars that I was like, "Hey, yo, like, I understand. Hey, everybody has the bud, you know, and try it." But some of them was like, "Bro, like, stop it. I'm sorry. Like, take this back. It's not ready. It's not ready. You should have cured it better." But you know, hey, it happens. It
They
happens.
knew they put some boo boo in there.
Yeah, and you know, and it's okay. It's okay because it's all weed that we all love to smoke and we love to blaze, you know. And so it's just my time. I'm just snooty. I'm real fucking snooty when it comes to my weed. I'm sorry.
Check your weed privilege, bro.
I need
You know,
to.
that's what they say.
I
They're
need
like, "Hey, man, check your weed privilege, brother."
Yeah, I'm pretty privileged. I gotta admit it, man. I've turned into a fucking snob. My nose is up here and shit. So I like what I like.
Far
And when I
we've
found
come
what I
from
like,
brick pack weed that came over in a gas tank.
exactly. From where I came to where I am now is like, you know, I need to check myself because some of that red bud, you know, that old other bud, like when you blaze it, it fucking gets you higher, like a different high, bro.
Yeah, because it's hitting different, like, what do you call it?
Oh,
Cannabinoids, different
yeah,
receptors,
cannabinoid.
all that
Mhm.
shit. Back
Definitely
when
more
the
of the
Bills were coming over.
yeah. You remember the old school brick weed when it
I
gets you
remember the
like
bells, bro.
yeah.
Come on.
You remember.
I'm older than I look, so I've actually been a delinquent since about 98, 99.
Wow, me too, right here. OGs. That's what you would consider. We would call that an OG in the streets. And
I've been around for a little bit. Been around the block a couple times.
seen it, and we've seen the progression, right? We've seen
Oh,
the
yeah.
changes. Everything you remember, commerce and like you know the right before green bud.
I
Remember that shit?
remember that shitty brickweed. I remember when the bales started coming over and it was actually like green bud and wasn't just all compressed. I remember when the like fake dro started but that was coming down from Canada when we started getting like the beaster buds. Like,
Oh yeah.
replaced by the dro era, replaced by the kush before we
Now,
moved
look,
on
man,
to
I gotta say,
the exotic. Now everybody wants the Zaza.
yeah, and that's what it. But I like that shit. I was like, yo, it's that fucking BC. I was like, yo, that shit's good. I don't know what the
It
fuck.
was good until some of the cushions started coming. Like, man, dude, can we give a shout out to that '09 sour diesel?
Rest in peace.
One time for the one time.
One time. I want to show you guys. Fuck
Dead homies.
Yeah, to the dead roaches.
But if you had to give one tip to the people out there that are thinking about competing in another one of the cannabis cups this summer, or maybe they're thinking about doing the DGC Cup next year, what is the one tip that you would give them to put them over the top for that competition top shelf flower?
Man, I would say you got to go with the genetics. It's all genetics. Make sure you have this genetic can withstand your environment. You can grow the way that you love it and come out with that sticky icky. You know, it's all about genetics. You got that best genetic and the timing, then you can pull it out at that time. So it can get dried, cured, and ready for your cup. Mine was only cured for a week and dried in the herbs now dryer, by the way.
I still don't trust that fucking food dehydrator.
I know.
That old Kaji bastard though that hates fucking gadgets. So I'm like, get off of my lawn.
I know,
So we
I
had a
know.
Gran Torino on him.
So was I was too, man. But we had other people around there that was talking about it too, and they were like, "Yo, it works."
You know, I have seen bud that came out of the Herbs Here Now dryer. I didn't hate it. It didn't suck. I saw some over at Crop Culture Chris's house. He's like, "Oh, you guys see this?" So I got to experience it. I got to try it.
Yep.
I don't
Actually,
know. At the end of the day, I'm just a good old lung room hang dry kind of guy.
Yeah, and you know, do you, buddy? Do you? You know, it's everybody has their ways and shit. It changed everything for me though. So I'm like, okay,
Hell,
okay.
if you like it, I love it, baby boy.
Yeah, it's amazing. I like it.
But I think we are going to start wrapping up a bit here. Is there any shout outs you wanted to give?
Yes, I wanted to give a huge shout out to one of my developers. Keith is my partner in the Internet of Pot. I want to check you guys, the whole community, come check out Internet of Pot. This is the new social media website that we have put together so that we are.
And don't forget, guys, the clickable link is down in the description, live for you right now.
We'll be there for you. Now, this is the website to where you ain't got to worry about your pages getting taken anymore for showing weed. We don't do that over here. This is specifically for us growers, made by us for us. You already know,
FUBU.
And also come check out Can of Combos on YouTube. I'm going to get the episode started again. I just had a couple strikes on it. So
Sometimes you got to know when to play the shadow. Sometimes you got to fade
gotta
into
do
the
it, man.
darkness a little bit to get the internet police up off you real quick.
and then you pop back in like,
Yeah. When it's hot outside, you know, sometimes you just got to go in the house for a little bit, but
cool
when
down.
they go away out, pop back out again real quick.
Yeah, and then pop back out. So on Mondays, 6 p.m. Pacific time is when Can of Combos comes out. And be on the lookout for the virtual loco. This will be an AI trainer that will train you how to grow your weed.
Hell yeah.
Thank you so much for coming on or for having me on, brother.
Oh, most definitely. Most definitely. But all right, brother. Until next time.
Thanks.
And for the next leg of this DGC 2026 recap, I brought in my buddy, El Connoisseur. El, do you want to go ahead, give yourself a shout out? Let the people know where they can find you.
Sure. What's up, guys? My name's El Connoisseur, L_Connoisseur, CANNASSEUR. I feel like I got to spell that because it's kind of long. And
It's the double
goes
S
on
that
and
always
on, and
throws
it's
me off,
always-
brother.
Yeah. And then, of course, with the shadow banning, you have to type the whole name in just to find it. So that's how it's
Precisely.
spelled. That's on Instagram. That's where I mainly dwell. I do the Seed to Harvest podcast every Saturday at 5:30 p.m. on YouTube with my co-host, Canorado Chris, who I was
Big
actually
shout out to
with.
Chris.
So that's pretty much it.
Hell
man. I
yeah.
don't really do anything on my-
This
on
was
my
your
YouTube.
first year coming out to the cup?
Yeah, it was. It was my
First timer.
Uh-huh. Pop my
Fresh
my
meat.
DGC cherry.
No more locked doors.
Yes, sir. It was rad, dude. Pretty cool experience.
So
I
what'd
gotta
you
say.
think of it? Like, I don't know, I guess just from seeing like the videos and stuff in the past years to actually coming out in person, would you say that it met your expectations?
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, for the past few years, I've literally just been watching on YouTube, scouring for everybody's most recent updates with the latest footage, and just being there in person. It was the experience was all it was there for, and it was wonderful. Like I didn't even go to the thing and taste any of the flower for the contest because I was just experiencing the whole event, taking it all in. I was at the
Just
booth,
taking
hanging
it.
out, having you guys come and hang out with us. It was a hell
Oh
of an
yeah, and then you guys had a booth there. I was hanging out with you guys for a little while.
Yeah, we had you guys sit
Pretty
down
sweet
and, you know,
setup.
we
You guys
a
had like the
we
little
a
chill
second
spot
little
in the back of
shade
it.
spot, yeah, so you could roll up, and you know, we had Macho over there rolling some big old joints for us. Just chilling,
Yeah, I
dude. It was
remember
nice.
I was kicking it over there. ICANN THC was over there.
Yeah,
I think that
yeah.
was Macho rolling up those baseball bats, the joints.
Yes, sir. Yeah, dude. That shout out to that guy, man. He's dude the whole time. Every time we ask him if he wanted to roll a joint, he's like, "Yeah, let's do it." Pull out his toolbox,
Andale pues.
ready to roll. Literally.
It's always the homie to have.
Always, dude. Always. Shout out to Macho. Big Mach.
Big shout out. And then, I mean, man, the competition, it was pretty stiff this year, man. Did you see that like a lot of the top entries were decided by like one fucking vote?
I literally just heard that the other day, and that was shocking. I was shocking. One vote decides it. I mean, that's all you need, right? So that's how close it gets. You gotta be on your game. You gotta be on. I didn't enter this year. I did not enter this year, but I was there for the experience. But maybe next year I'll have to give that a shot and try and enter.
Yeah, dude, that was like taking tops like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
He got second, but he was like one vote away to where like he would have tied for first.
Yeah.
But his girlfriend kept one of the tokens as a souvenir, so that's why he got second
And
place.
see, and that one, that's the deciding factor.
That one token can decide it all.
I'm
man.
sure there was others, but that's the one that he's like.
That was the year of the monkey spunk.
Yeah. Oh man. That'll sour you up a little bit.
Yeah, sour you up a little bit on the monkey spunk, huh? That was the strain he had. I still have a t-shirt for the monkey spunk strain t-shirt.
Nice. Monkey spunk. Sounds juicy.
But with all of the stiff competition, is there any advice that you could give out there? Like, I'm kind of asking everybody, like, if you just had one tip that you could give to the growers out there, maybe they're thinking about entering into Cannabis Cup over the summer, maybe they're thinking about DGC Cup for next year. What is that one piece of advice that you would give people to put them over the top for top shelf competition flower?
Yeah, absolutely. Now this goes fully by experience with watching Saul, this year's first place winner, and knowing that he was not fully comfortable with his flower. He thought it was still too wet. He wasn't so sure about it. So I think I would just have to say, don't overthink it. Just enter it. Mm-hmm. And what's going to happen is going to happen. If you think it's too wet, it may be, but it may not be. I mean, Saul thought his was too wet, and look.
It may not be, but like at the same time, like, I don't know, I can kind of relate to that. Like, even if I'm growing weed, if I'm like editing some type of content. Well, I'm never 100% satisfied with my own work. Because I think that's kind of where like complacency comes in at times, where you're like, oh, it's good enough. Oh, it's all right. Or if you just kind of got like the mindset of like, oh, mine's the best.
No,
like,
I can
whatever.
do better. I can do better. Yeah, I hear you.
Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know. I always try to be like maybe 80 or 90% satisfied with myself, but like I'm never, you know what I mean? But that kind of like gives me the little edge to where like I'm always trying to learn something new, find some like new angle to do something, or like better workflow, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Something to make it more.
But it's progress, not perfection, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I that would be my advice though. Just, if you're going to enter it. Even if you don't feel 100% happy with it, just go ahead and enter it, because you never know,
Just do it.
Just do it. Yeah, dude. Listen to that shoe brand. I'm not going to say the name, but you know what I'm talking about. Fuck those guys.
Sometimes you just got to throw your hat in the ring and be ready to scrap. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Word. Nailed it. Look at that. Nailed it.
Uh-oh. What you got going on over there, Al? You're driving back to Arizona?
Well, we're actually just chilling right now, dude. I came to the in-laws in Montrose, where Build a Soil's at, and so I've been chilling here. We've been going around. Telluride is about an hour away. We got lost. Well, we didn't get lost. We turned the opposite way and went farther up to Norfolk yesterday.
Took the scenic route,
and then turned around and came back. Just been cruising, checking it out. Pretty cool. Traveling around Colorado. I got to go up to
join
Denver.
the country.
Second time in Denver for the event, so it's cool to go up there.
I know. I mean, like, a lot of people flew this year, but you were one of the people who kind of like made the pilgrimage in the covered wagon. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. I love doing that, dude. I love a road trip, so I'm down for a road trip anytime. You know what I mean? So They say Denver, and I'm like, that's how many hours away? Pff, I ain't getting on a plane. I'll drive. So I loaded my kids up. I brought them here to the in-laws. They stayed here for the event, and I went up there to Denver and had a freaking blast for 3 days, and then came back here.
Have you
Now
guys
I've been here
stopped
for
at
over a
anything
week.
cool along the way? Have you seen like any of those like roadside attractions or like anything cool like that?
On the way up, we drove straight through because I was trying to get up here. But on the way back, we are taking the longer route. We're going to go through Utah, Las Vegas, and different places, and do a little bit, see a little bit more. So we usually go the
Nice.
one way back and forth, and this time we're going to go the longer way and see different stuff. We're going to see some of Utah, some of those cool rocky formations, and the
Oh,
lights
it's
of Vegas
beautiful
and
out
everything
there.
like that.
I've never been, but I've seen like some videos and stuff of Utah. It looks amazing.
I drove through it several years back, and it's gorgeous, dude. It's gorgeous. So I'm excited to see that. I love just seeing stuff that I don't see all the time, So
Yeah,
just driving
gotta
around,
live a little
literally
bit,
get
brother.
in the car with my kids, and we'll just drive and not even having anywhere to go, just driving the back streets, looking at houses, and it's just just looking at the area, the surrounding area. Like I know a lot of Montrose because I've just driven around it, just driving,
Just cruising.
check it out. So that's my thing. I dig it.
Hell yeah, man. Well, all right, brother. I think we are going to start cutting it a little bit short here. But did you have
Sounds
any shout outs you wanted to give on the way out?
I do, dude. I want to shout out to look, I'm nailing it again. Canorado Chris. for
Nailed
fucking
it.
Dude, nailed it. Boom. Canorado Chris for housing me for 3 days while I was out there. He drove me everywhere, like literally just fucking took care of me. And then Scotty for all that hospitality that he gave me while we were all out there. He let my dog come over and play with his dogs. At first it was a little rough, but
He's
we
got
got it
almost
figured
the
out.
same one. He's got like a
Ricky Bobby
Kobe
just needed to get
twin.
used to him, and yeah, it was it was just a little dogs are
having
dogs,
some
so.
pug wars.
Yeah, but it was cool. It was fun, man. It was great. So shout out to him for all the hospitality, and shout out to Saul for taking first place, dude. I was so happy that I was there to see that, dude. Made
Big
my
shout
trip.
out, Saul.
Yeah, that was the highlight of my trip. Just watching that dude take first and seeing that expression on his face. Did you see that? He was just, yeah, dude. It was
It
fucking
was great.
Yeah.
It was cool to see
that
one of
shit.
the homies win.
Dude, absolutely. Especially like, he was so worried he wasn't, oh, it was too wet. There's no way. And then he nailed it. Fucking boom. Saul, there you are, buddy. Nailing it.
Nailed it.
Love
I'm
it.
here with my buddy, Holy Toledo. For the people out there who don't know who you are, Toledo, do you want to go ahead and give yourself a shout out? Let people know where to find you.
Hi, my name is Holy Toledo. A lot of you guys know me. I'm always in all the different chats. It's like John Lindsay. I'm always there, being positive on these chats. I normally post a lot of my stuff on Instagram. I do have a Facebook account. Everything is Holy Toledo 420 now. With the Instagram, it's HOL_Y Toledo 420. And then under my own Facebook, it's actually my name, which is Daniel Toledo. And you can find me on that one also. Trying to get a YouTube up. I'm just trying to let these AI bots, get off our just get off us. You know what I mean? As cannabis creators and
Ease up a little bit.
stuff like that. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
pretty much I started about 14 years ago. Just as kind of like a joke thing, like, hey man, I got a bunch of bag seeds, man. Let me see what happens if I pop one. So one day I popped one and I started seeing some growth. Now I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know that it needed so many hours to do it. So whenever the hours was, I just let it go that way. And I had it outside somewhere in the woods. It didn't turn out too good. Obviously, my first couple of years. But as I kept on learning about the plant and started doing more research on it, I started finding
Just kept
out. it was
perfecting your craft gradually as time went on, learning from your mistakes.
Yes. So, that's number
It's one
one.
of the things that's so awesome too about being in our community. You know what I mean? Like there's so many people that are here to help. If you got questions, whether it be in the Instagram DMs, whether it be on Discord or somewhere like that, this definitely is a pretty supportive community.
Definitely. I was going to say, when I first started doing it, I really wasn't an internet guy, honestly. Like I just started really getting into this internet a couple years ago. When I actually first watched the Do Grow Show, that was the first cannabis-related YouTube I used to watch. They used to always make fun of people like, "You watching YouTube? You watching YouTube?" And then now I'm the one that's watching YouTube all the time now. So it's funny how
Hell
I
yeah.
used to always talk about it. Now I'm actually doing it now. So, and I didn't think I'd be hooked like this, but this community sometimes honestly treats me better than my own friends that I've known for over 20 years. And that's what
I
I love
believe
about
it,
this
brother.
community. Like they accept you no matter what you are, where you come from, what's your
Come
backstory,
as you are.
anything like that. And that's what I love about this community. They don't really judge you. And that's what really turned me on into to this community.
Hell yeah, man. So I gotta ask, like, I know you've been to some of the other cups, some of like the more local stuff out there on the East Coast, but I gotta ask, what did you think of your first time at the DGC Cup? Can you kind of tell us a little bit about your first experience about going out there to Colorado, getting to meet everybody?
Yeah, so I've never really left Massachusetts that much. I mean, I've been a little New York, a little bit this over here. I was in Oklahoma for a little while, but I never experienced such like a beautiful, you know what I mean? Like state. Like
Oh, it's
I've
a
always
great
thought of
venue.
Colorado was way different than what I portrayed it as. So I was always told, because I don't live in high elevation. So people told me right off the bat, dude, make sure you got plenty of water. This elevation could give you headaches and all this and all that stuff. And I'm like, nah, I don't have to worry about none of that stuff, man. Like I'm used to doing all this and all that. So when I first appeared at the Cup, super nervous, especially when I started seeing people like you, Scotty, like real. I'm like, yo, I'm like pinching myself. I'm like, yo, is this real? Like, I
The
actually can't
weird thing
believe
though
I'm actually
is like the
here.
more you get to know us, like personally, like we're all just like regular people. Like I don't know, like at the end of the day, I'm still just a blue collar dude at heart. Blue collar Midwest, you know what I'm saying? Salt to the earth, baby.
There you go. There you go. Yeah. So my first experience, man, like I told you, like I said, it was like a family reunion to me. Like my family has a campsite, so we have family that come all around the country, all around the world, for July 4th normally, and everyone just comes. And some of these people I don't even know, and they're my family. You know what I mean? So when I was there, it just gave me that vibe, like wow, like some people like Chunky Nugs, Minnesota Bug Club, yourself, Macho Grams,
The people you've
Mel.
been talking to for years, and sometimes you'll have people that recognize you. They'll come up and they'll be like, "Oh, hey, holy Toledo," and you're kind of looking at them. Like you got to kind of ask people sometimes, like, "Hey, what's your stripper name? What's your online hit?" And they'll be like, "Oh, I'm Minnesota Bud Club." It'll be like, "Oh, brother, I've been bullshitting with you in the DM for like 4 years, but I finally get to put a face with like your internet handle." You know what I mean? So
Exactly,
it's always a great
exactly.
meetup.
And I definitely owe a lot to him too, Minnesota Bug Club, because he didn't know me from a hole in the wall. And he offered to pick me up at the airport because I was gonna take a bus, a train, all that stuff just to get to the DGC. And he kind of just generosity, just say, "Hey man, if you ever need anything, man, just give me a holler."
Just
He gave me his
reach out.
number, and it's like I never met the guy, but it's like when we all met, I actually thought we knew each. Like there was no weird awkwardness about this is a
Right,
stranger. Like
right.
I felt like we were boys for years. Like you said,
hmm
being on this community, we actually developed a friendship online, and it carried on into reality, which I definitely respected at 100%.
Almost definitely. So I gotta ask, what was your favorite strain that you ran across while you were at the DGC Cup?
So I know it's gonna sound cliche, you know what I mean? Because I know Saul Bunyan and stuff like that. But honestly, I'm not kissing no butt or nothing. Saul Bunyan's honestly that's the number one pick I picked. It was 83. Now the second one was number
JR
26.
83.
The number one was number 26, and then the other one was 14. So those are the three major strains I ended up picking. And when I hit
Hell yeah.
Sal's, like as soon as I smelled it and everything, I'm like, oh my god! Like it
This
instantly
is
hit
the
me. You know what I'm
one, baby.
saying? So definitely shout out to Saul. You know what I mean, Bunyan. Congratulations, brother, on your victory, man. You well deserved, man. And it also shows people that he said he only did it for 3 years.
Yeah,
That
3
just
years.
proves that anybody can do it. And once I heard that story, I'm like, wait a minute. Wow, if he could do it, you know what? Maybe I can do it. You know
Why
what I'm
can't
saying?
I?
So, so next year I'm definitely going to enter. I'm gonna have enough confidence to do it. I'm such a perfectionist. Sometimes I'm my worst critic, and I destroy my own self by holding my own self back, not thinking that I'm good enough. This cup actually verified that I know what I'm doing. You know how we always are. We always think everyone thinks their stuff's the fire, and then you get some real people who got the fire, and then you're like, wait a minute, maybe my stuff isn't fire.
Like
You know,
the humbling experience a little bit.
yeah.
So with that, I got to move into our next question here. If you could give everybody out there one tip on how to grow competition level cannabis, what would you make that one point?
So I would definitely say the number one thing always to have would be a great environment. You have to have. You can have the genetics. You
Gotta
can
have it dialed in.
anything. You have to have that dialed in. If everything has to be right on point. You can't be off by 2 degrees. If you want to get that perfect bud, the perfect dry, because the three most difficult things to do in the cannabis plant or any plant, I think personally, is germinating it, drying it, curing it. You can do great for the whole entire time. It only takes you a half a
And
day.
mess it up in that last 14
1
days.
hour, 2 hours of just unfamiliarized, high temperature. It could destroy your whole entire harvest in that. So a definitely environment to me
There's 4
is
months of
number
your
one.
electricity bill out the window.
Yeah. So
Then
you can
the-
have the greatest
that's
genetics,
the
but if you're
t-shirt.
not a good grower, you're just not going to be able to do it. No matter how good the genetics is, it's up to you to create that environment for that great genetics to show through.
To thrive in. All right, man. So we're going to move on to the last question here. What advice would you give to somebody who's coming out to the DGC Cup next year that's never been there before? What little tidbit of advice would you give somebody so that they can have the best experience possible?
So definitely you want to bring water. I don't care where you're from, unless you're actually from that dry environment the same way.
H2O, baby.
H2O, I haven't drank so much water in my life. Like, I was like, yeah, no, I don't have to worry about it. But then I found myself, like, after drinking the water.
Toledo was out there like a camel.
Yes, like, I was, oh my God. Now, sunscreen too. Now, I ain't gonna lie, I didn't use it because I was under the tents a lot and at the events, and that's what I like about it. But you really have to make sure that the air is very thin. So if you live in a really, valley like Louisiana or something like that, it's very, very low elevation. It can really mess you up. So you doing any type of drinking, any type of smoking, it's definitely going to affect you. If you're not a seasoned smoker, I mean, it's only been
50
doing it for a
dabs
little while,
later,
it's definitely going
maybe a
to
microdose of mushrooms from Tanazi.
Yeah, he wanted me to do it, but I was like, yeah, maybe I should have because I can't control how I am on it. So
Yeah, it's not the best time sometimes in public. All right, man, we're going to get wrapping up here. Is there any shout outs you want to give?
yeah, so I pretty much want to shout you out, Cortez. You know what I mean? I want to shout out Macho, L,
Big shout out. Much respect.
Chris, Scotty, the Dude, Grambo, Minnesota Bog Club, LJ Jones. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for
LJ.
If it wasn't for LJ Jones, I never would have went to that VIP to actually have a meet with a lot of you guys, because that was more intimate for me than even the event itself, because like we were all focused on each other there. Now, when you're at the Cup,
Friday
everybody
night
kinda knew
always
each other.
is my personal favorite because the Cup is like 500 plus people.
Yes.
The VIP Friday, it's a little bit more intimate. It's a little bit more, you know what I mean? Like people like Scotty or Brett or Grambo or me or somebody. Like if you guys come out to the Friday night where we don't have like 50 people trying to talk to us at once, we can kind of have like a little bit more of like a one-on-one with everybody. But that actually is the day that I personally enjoy the most.
But I'm definitely a lifer now. I am going to be going to this event now. Would I like to go to Germany one time? Yes, I would. I mean, I think anybody would want to go to Germany, but honestly, this is the best. DGC Cup was the best time I actually ever had in years. I mean, when I say years, I mean years. Like I said, I'm definitely a lifer now. I'm saving up money as we speak. Like, I'm making sure that every year I make it to this event because, like I said, now I feel like it's a family reunion. I feel comfortable going there. At first, I was like, I don't know how to feel. Sometimes we can have personas online, but they'd be different people outside. And everybody that had that persona online actually had the same exact persona in
The
real life.
same
And I was like,
energy in person.
I was like, wow, actually, these people are actually real. And I love real people. I definitely appreciate you, Cortez, for giving me the opportunity to showcase myself. Like I said, you can catch me on Instagram, Facebook. This is what makes me happy. And just always seeing a smile on someone's face after they have my product. I don't care what I do. I care about what you think, and I care about what other people think. And that's what truly tells me, hey, you know, I got enough confidence now to where I can enter the next Dgc Cup, which I will be doing. So I'm definitely working on something.
Much respect, brother. But all right, through the power of editing magic, let's see who I've got up next. I'm bringing in the closer, Big Jose Canseco himself. We got Macho Grams Be Savage in the studio. Go ahead, give yourself a shout out, Macho.
What's going on, everybody? Macho Grams Be Savage. Thanks for having me on, brother.
Hell yeah. Do you want to let everybody know where to find you out there?
I'm on Instagram. Yeah, I got my YouTube page, Macho Grams, but I don't really upload on there no more. I'm more focused on my Instagram now.
Okay. Everybody be sure to give Macho a follow over there. You always put out all that cool AI stuff. I actually really dig your content, man. I'm a fan.
Appreciate it, man. I'm just trying to have fun with this AI, learning it, you know, trying something new. A lot of people don't like the AI stuff, but I ain't afraid of it.
You got to embrace it, man.
Yeah, you got to.
Just imagine going back to the internet's never going to be a thing.
Yeah.
Like, come on, bro. You can't reason with a hurricane. Like, it's coming whether you like it or not.
Yeah, either get aboard or get out the fucking way.
Oh, most definitely. All right, man. So you came out this year. I know this wasn't your first cup, so I just kind of wanted to ask the first question I got for you. How did this year, 2026, stack up against previous years coming out to the cup?
Oh man, it lived up to everything, man. Last year was fucking amazing. You know, I had a great time last year, and I was kind of scared coming out this year, thinking, no, it was just, you know, I had a good time because it was my first time, you know, meeting everybody. But
right.
No, this time around it was just as good, bro. Just as good. I think I even had a better time because I got to do a little bit more outside of the DGC. You know, we did some stuff, some high scene and stuff. So that was pretty cool.
Oh, yeah, man. I know you guys went out there to the Rockies game. You were at the baseball game. You got to see a little bit more of Colorado this time around.
Yep. We went up to this one mountain that had it was like a big lake on top of the mountain, bro. Like there was a lake on top of the mountain. That shit was fucking crazy, man. That was insane.
Oh, Horsetooth Reservoir, right?
Yeah.
That's my spot, brother. So if you had to pick out one thing, what was your favorite moment or memory from this year?
Man, it's hard to pick out one thing, like, because I had such a great time out there with everybody, you know, just hanging out at the Airbnb with everybody. That was a great time, man. But the one thing that's going to stick with me forever is hearing Saul Bunyan's name getting called.
Saul Bunyan.
Yeah, when dude called his jar. You know, I didn't know. I just heard the number. Then he says the name. Like, what the fuck? Like, no fucking way, man.
The
homie, bro. You know, and that shows like one of us could do it, bro. Any one of us could win it, man. You know?
Hell yeah, man. That actually kind of brings us into my next question. Like, I know you grow some fire, Macho. So if there's anybody out there that's thinking about competing or entering into another one of the cannabis cups, maybe they're even thinking about entering something into DGC Cup next summer, what is the number one grow tip you would give to somebody out there that's trying to put themselves over the top for award-winning competition top shelf nug?
Bring the dank. Bring the fucking dank. Now, but serious, bring something that you've been running for a while. Don't bring something that's your first time growing or your first time growing this style, bring something that you've been running for a while and with the style that you've been comfortable with for a while. So you know that you're pushing that plant to express its true expressions, you know?
You know, that's actually kind of been the common answer I've been getting as I've been asking that question through the different interviews here. So it kind of seems like that is the biggest piece of advice that
Yeah.
all these phenomenal growers have. Get a strain, work with it for a while, get it dialed in. That way you know where you need to have your pH at, when it likes to feed, when it finishes, what's the most optimal time to harvest it.
Yeah, you can know how hard you could push it, you know, how much it likes to eat, how often,
Push it to the
you
limit.
know. Yeah. Some plants like to be dried back a little bit more than others. Some plants like to be wet all the time.
Oh, most definitely. Yeah, that really is the thing though. Like once you've been working with a strain for long enough, like I don't know, for me at least when I do it, it's kind of like I go into like autopilot. Like it's like I can be in my garden, I could be like blindfolded and I still know what's going on, you know.
You got the night vision.
Got that tunnel vision, brother.
Yeah, garden night vision.
What's your keeper tent looking like at the moment? What strains you got there, Macho?
Right now, I'm running some body bag from Frostbite Genetics. He's from here, from Chicago, Southside.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
And I'm running some J Dirt Exotics, some grape sugar smacks. I just harvested both, but I cloned them. I'm gonna be bringing them back for sure, man.
Well, what's the terps like coming off those, brother?
One of them is like I say like a bubblegum gas.
Bubblegum gas.
Yeah. And the other one is like I want to say grape, but I'm getting more like a mixed berries, not just grape.
Okay.
With the funk behind it and slight
I
gas,
fucks
slight
with that
gas
one.
on it. Yeah. Yeah, I love the funk.
Almost definitely. But all right, brother, as we are not only wrapping up your interview here, we are also wrapping up the DGC 2026 recap. Is there any shout outs you want to give on the way out?
Just shout out to everybody, man. Everybody that showed up, everybody that made their way down to Colorado, you know, everybody that was just there enjoying the moment. Shout out to DGC, Dude, Scotty, Grambo, everybody that put the event together. Shout out to everybody, man.
Wait, before I'd be a little remiss. I want to give a big shout out to Shannon. Shannon is awesome. I always tell her she's my favorite, but I'm not lying.
Shout out Shannon.
Shannon, you're awesome. Shout out to you, ma'am. But all right, as we land the plane here, until next time, guys.
Stuff just went golden.